welcome back to the Martin Show. This is episode 6. You just got me and Zachy here today.
Oh, my name is Zak.
And my name is Jakey boy.
Welcome back, team. Episode 6.
Episode 6. We're talking all things masculine men. We talked about females in our last one. We sat down together. So doing the opposite today.
Yeah.
Mentorship, competition, all that. All things to do with males.
Oh, what it is to be a man.
And our aspect and view on it as well, you know?
Yeah. But before we embark on that, we just want to say thank you for the love so far and continue that love, right?
Please like, comment. It means a lot to us, you know?
Subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Spotify. Oh, we're feeding in like, you're feeding in all that sort of stuff. That's buzzy.
But yeah, please run it up. It means a lot to us, so yeah.
And for the first episode so far, we got a little bit of signage up there. Hey.
Shout out the bro Ty.
Shout out to my brother Ty. Thank you for the birthday present.
How does it look though? You know,
yeah, look at that.
Bold.
Are you kidding me? That'll be on billboards one day. Speak it. Speak it.
Manifest.
Oh, mother.
But now, welcome.
Welcome, team.
Start off with our coffee, eh?
Yeah.
Coffee.
Think we need that. And actually,
Tory boss. Sponsor the pod, you know what I mean?
Oh, let's get it.
But a vanilla ice latte.
Masculinity, my bro.
Masculinity.
How should I start this? What is a man? What is a man to you? What does being a man to you mean? Like, what is a man?
I'll start off by saying what a man to me is. I aspire to be a man. Ultimately, one day, I know I'm not a man at a stage in my life thus far, but my purpose in life is to ultimately be the best man I can be. You know, every day I try and achieve that. I think when I look at a man, I see traits of taking ownership in what they do, embarking, going out in this world and going to get it, you know, ultimately using their gifts to go and share, to provide. If I'm gonna bring someone into this earth, I'm gonna provide them. I may not be in a mansion, or it may be in a one-room shack, but I'm gonna provide them to the best way I can, you know, to protect the people around me at all costs, you know. Like, when I look at a man and I see men and other men that I respect, they love their family, they love their little kids, they protect everyone around them. It doesn't have to be they protect them in a way of, I'll smash everyone, but it's like, they protect the people around them. Also, to be vulnerable, I think men, it's okay to show vulnerable sides. You don't have to be I show vulnerable sides every day. Yeah. And I think it's beautiful for a man.
How do you show vulnerability?
Through love. I love everyone. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be portrayed as like, I'm the tough guy. And I think that's okay to be vulnerable. I think it's okay to be vulnerable to everyone around you, which I think a lot of men struggle to be vulnerable, speak out. And I see why, and I know why people do struggle with that. Even I'm getting better at it, you know, not everyone, it's not an easy thing to.
I was just going to ask you, do you think you've always had that vulnerability trait, or, you know, that the bravery to be able to be vulnerable every day? Do you think you've always had that, or do you think that's come as you've gotten older?
Definitely come as I've gotten older, and I've learned it's okay to be vulnerable to the people around you.
Yeah.
You know? I think as we get older, we're being more vulnerable with each other as well.
For sure.
You know? Like we speak about deeper things with one another.
No, I love that, bro. I agree. I feel like there's a lot of stereotypes and generalizations of men that, you know, as you said, the provider, the protector, the worker, you know, go out and work and your wahine's cooking, or that's quite a traditional back in the
traditional
days.
Background.
Things have changed now, but there's still those generalizations of men. Do you think your idea of what a man is, of what a man looks like, has changed as you've gotten older as well? Do you think it's always been what you've just mentioned, or do you think it's changed as you've gotten older?
Definitely changed as I've gotten older, and it's made me hungrier to be a better man as I've gotten older. Ooh. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I'm trying to be more, as I've gotten older, I've wanted to be more of a man, like, you know, wanted to be more of a man. But back to I wanted to ask you a question. Do you believe in the old school realm of, like, you're the provider, you go to work, and then you've got your wahine at home.
My idea, bro, has definitely changed as I've gotten older. Like when I was a kid, bro, I used to always think like a man was like a superhero. Like I used to love the Hulk. I used to watch the Hulk, bro, when I was young, and I thought he was the man. You know, I thought he was a man. I used to love Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear. Like when I was a kid, that's what I thought was like. That's what I thought being a man was. When I was in Kura, when I was a teenager in school, I thought being a man was like being the tough guy. Like I remember, like I don't know if you remember this, but I remember asking like Jaden and all, like our cousins, our friends, like, bro, who's the toughest in your school? And there was a reference, bro. They were like, used to say, he answered and he was like, oh, it's Sam. Like Sam was the man, you know, like, oh, he's the man.
For being the tough guy.
For being the tough guy. And it was kind of, anyone who could lose their temper, I was like, oh man, that guy's the man. But as like now, it's more, I feel like someone who's very, 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 very comfortable in their own skin.
In their all day.
Like very, very, it sounds kind of buzzy, but very just like at peace in their own manhood, you know? And that can be through many different ways. But just someone who's very comfortable in their truth, you know, just sits in their truth every day. That's what I love, bro. And I strive to be that now. And I think I'm getting better at that. Like, bro, we asked Ruben a question. Ruben Milner, check it out, Whānau, check it out. Episode 5.
All day.
Our most recent episode. And we asked him a question on what it was like to play a gay character on TV, on a TV show. And he said, you know, he had people that come up to him and his recognition would be, oh, there's that gay guy. But what he said, bro, was, I know who I am. And I thought that was so powerful, bro. And it shows that he's growing up a lot. But I feel like a lot of young tāne, a lot of young men, they feel lost or they feel empty and stuff.
Prove something to
they're
people.
always trying to prove, which I'm still trying to prove things all the time. But the most masculine men, I feel, are the ones that are just very, very comfortable and very, very at peace within themselves. And another thing, bro, is they're able to just show love. You know,
I can speak from my personal experiences. I feel like I don't know what men chase. Is it respect or is it validation from other people? Do you know what I mean? Like it's like when I was going through my young 18 to maybe 20, I feel like I would go out and seek validation. You know how we're saying I'm the tough guy? I'll be honest, I ain't tough. And I would have a few inus or whatever and I'd be a completely different person. I don't know what I was trying to prove.
Yeah.
Because I know deep within me, I ain't there.
For sure.
Do you know what I mean? I ain't about that life. I can get down in that life, but I'd rather use it in a more art form, in a beautiful way.
Bro.
Which, where I've grown from, there was a point I was talking to Riz and Mike about it, like 2 years ago, going out, fighting, doing that shit, trying to prove something as a man, trying to prove I'm the tough guy. But like, I'm not the tough guy. I don't need to be the tough guy.
I don't need to be, exactly, bro.
I think you can show being a man and whatever it is through your actions. That's much more powerful than I'm staunch, I'm tough or whatever.
And that's actually one kōrero that I'd love for people to know. And even like for me to tell, for me to share with you as well, is that's something that I'm trying to learn or prove to myself this year. Is because I always used to judge myself on my thoughts and my feelings and trying to people please all the time as you're seeking validation from things or from people.
And it's hard. Everyone does it.
Everyone does it, bro. Everyone does it. I still do it every day. There's a part of me, but I'm now more aware of it. But what I wanted to say is I'm going to start judging myself on my actions, you know, as opposed, because there's times where I always, you know, I'm up here and I'm in my head all the time and I'm thinking about this and I'm feeling like this. Action your way into the thought. Don't think your way into the action. Get to the action straight away, whatever it may be. You know? It doesn't even have to be a big action, but just do something like I told you, doing 20 minutes of learning Te Reo Māori now. Like that's an action for me, and it makes me feel, after when I'm done it,
feel way better.
It's like doing the this is what I was referring to about the young Tanes who don't feel like they know themselves, or do some actions, man. Put your action and you'll just start to doing the hard things. After the hard thing that you do, you'll just feel so much better about yourself, whatever it may be.
100%.
You know, going to sparring and feeling that little bit of pressure, doing script analysis, the things you don't want to do. Well, for me, you know, and doing those your book work, you don't want to do it.
But you do it.
But you do it and you're like,
better.
wow, you've accomplished something. There's a tick to your day. So more actions, bro.
More actions. Referring back to what you were talking about, I think everyone goes through it. I think at the highest, the most hyper successful people will go through, they'll be in their thoughts of what other people are saying and what other people are thinking. I think they mask it way better, and they've learned. Because you know the quote of like, once you stop caring about what other people think,
that's
you're
when your
away.
life begins.
But it's like, it's easy to say that, but then I'm still thinking shit. Like, I'll be honest, we're in front of a podcast right now where we're posting it, letting ourselves out there, but I'll be honest, there's still the thought of like, gee, what are my friends going to think? What is someone going to think? And I've like, even starting on the TikTok, like getting myself in front of a camera. I know you got a bit more comfortable as Short and Street. Like, I look at you in front of a camera now and I'm like, my brother's on. Like, you know, but for me, that was a massive step. And it was like, what are other people going to think? What are my work people going to think? But then once if they're going to speak wrong about it, F them. You know, if they're going to judge me and mock me for doing what I'm doing, F them.
Brother, exactly. And that's why you need those people. I call it belief. Like, and you feel it from me. Like, you know that I
got the most belief in me.
Exactly. And that's why you need more people like that encourage you, don't discourage you.
All day.
And regardless of what, it's hard though, bro. It's hard to try, and because we always trying to, oh man, I wonder what they're thinking about me. But as soon as you're right, bro, as soon as you stop or try your best to minimize the external, that's when you can just really like enjoy whatever it is that you're doing. You really start to relish it up.
All day. It's always good, like getting not validation from other people, but encouragement, words of encouragement. But then there's also the opposite. People will say little comments in the opposite. You know, and it's kind of like,
well, bro, I buzz out, like, there are times where like it's praise. Like, sometimes like I don't want praise. I'm like, no, don't tell me. And then some days I want it.
Well, it's a good feeling.
It's a good feeling. It's weird. Like, sometimes I want it, and then sometimes I'm like, no, I don't. Let me earn it. Let me do these actions so I can earn it. But what I want in regards to the action yarn is that I want people to be able to, like, people that know us or that don't even know us, but particularly the ones that know us, I want them to be able to vouch for us, that we're not just, because we're on a podcast, we're obviously having cordials, we're talking this and saying this, we're obviously not perfect, as we mentioned.
Definitely
but
not.
You know, when we're talking about our love for wahi and even in this masculinity and whatever we go through on the topic, I want people to be able to be like, they're telling the truth. You know, they're sitting in their truth. Well, there it is. Yeah, it's raw. Yeah, it's honest. But they're being truthful in it,
and they're backing it up
for sure. Exactly.
That's the main thing, backing it up through their actions, through our day to day.
That's it. They're being real, but they're backing it up with their actions.
It's easy for us to sit here and talk, but you've got to go out and, you know, show it through action.
Show it exactly, bro. Exactly.
That leads.
No. I want to jump into just one more corridor in regards to what it is to be a man. Who's someone for you, bro, where you're like, wow, he's a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all day. I'm not just saying this. I think this stems to my experience with males, outer males in my life. I struggle to look at males in a way. I definitely respect a lot of males out there. I respect everyone to a certain level. But then there's some people that have got my respect the most, and I'm not even just saying this because I'm sitting next to you. I'd say the most man I respect in this whole entire world would be you. Because you're my big brother, you're guiding me. I'd say the biggest male role model in my life and someone that's got my utmost respect, and I'll freaking, you know, I'll drop it, the bullet, I'll do anything, you know, would be you. So if you were to say who's a man to me, it'd be you. But I know you're still a little boy in your eyes as well. But from me to you, you'd be the man.
Yeah.
Man to me. How about you?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I want to follow up. Why do you say that I'm a man? Like, what makes you think that? You know what I mean?
Well,
And what do I do that makes you think like, oh, my brother's a man? Like,
you're guiding me. Like, you're the one guiding me through life, you know? So if I'm still obviously guiding myself through life.
Sure.
But if you're the one guiding me through life. I look at you every day. You're pushing. You're doing your things. You're setting the standard, really, in our house. I don't really have much other males in my life that I look at and I'm like, I want to be like you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
There's obviously men. There's famous men out there that I want to be like or whatever. I not want to be like, but aspire to be like one day. But I don't know them.
Yeah.
I don't know the way they live their life.
Yeah.
So I see you get up every day and get shit done. I admire it, you know? So it's like, if I'm looking at him, but I still know you've got so much growing to be there, to be the ultimate, you know, father or whatever.
For sure, bro.
But if you're speaking in terms of, I see you every day, you know? I see what you do. So it's like,
yeah.
You
see all the praise that people give, but you see
the mahi that gets put in all day.
I appreciate that.
And just, you're my big bro, you know? Like there's coaches I respect.
Yeah.
Jeff.
So my question for you, because we've only really had each other to compare in regards to like what it is to be a man. You know, because most boys or most younger men have their dads, which what I was saying, you know, there's some men that have, some boys that idolize their dad. Like my dad is my hero. And then there are some men that have the opposite. My dad is my enemy. We've never really had that privilege or the opportunity, but we've never really had that problem too. We've only had each other to compare to, as you said, guide and all those sorts of things. My question is, do you think that not having a cemented male father figure role in our lives, do you think would still have the same bond or connection or relationship that we've grown to have?
I don't think we would share the same relationship we do. We're tight, you know? We roll through life hip by hip in a way. I would not have it any other way. You know, the way we've been raised, it hasn't been, mum's raised us well, you know? We've had a good life, you know? To have a single mother, we've had the best life, G. And I don't know any other way.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
To answer your question, I would not have it any other way. And I don't think we'd be as close as we would if we did have a father, you know, because it's like I look at it in a way of like, I'm definitely your little brother. You know what I mean? Some little brothers and big brothers, you can, I don't know, they're brothers. I'm definitely your little brother due to the fact of not having dad. Because you've stepped into those footsteps. Definitely. You know it as well. You know what I mean? You've stepped into those footsteps and, as I said before, guided me. And I think I also guide you in a way.
For sure.
To be a better man. That refers to I wanted to actually ask you this. I've had you know what I mean? You haven't had anyone to guide you, really. You've had uncles and stuff. But that's my question to you. Like I've had you as a father to look after me. Like you'll wrap me in if I'm drinking, going out. You know what's right from wrong. But you tell me what to do, but I'll never tell you what to do. You know what I mean? Like it's never like, that's where I state. Like I'm definitely the little brother. You know, I'll never say, gee, pull your head in. But you'll tell me to pull my head in. You know, so that's why I ask you, how have you navigated through life? Because you're doing so well. You know what I mean? Like you're doing so well. You're accomplishing all this shit. But you've guided me, but you've had no one there to be guided. You've had mum, but mum's a female. Mum's our mother. We love it. You haven't had that father figure to guide you through life, and you're going.
But I think, bro, like that's like us not having a dad has been like one of my biggest reasons for being alive. You know, like one of my purposes is to not lead you, but to like, bro, I heard it's a buzzy kōrero because I heard from another actor, his name's Beulah Kuale, a very talented and successful Polynesian actor. He's a bit older than us, but he talks about saving, this idea of saving. He refers it to saving South Auckland, and I loved it, bro. It resonated with me so much.
I know who you're talking about.
But I saw him on this pod, bro, and he talks about saving South Auckland, and I resonated with me with you. And it was mainly like, and not only just you, and I'm not meaning it like you need saving, but I refer it to all my whānau, all the Martins, all the Ennis. I refer it to that, and it's like, I can love you. I can show you this, you know, that what you see the actions, the mahi that gets done. You still see all the bad things that happen as well, and all the vulnerabilities and all my mistakes that I make and my failures too. But I can love you, but I can't save you. I can show you that this door's open, and I don't want you to say, like, you got your own path and stuff you got to do
All day.
your own thing. I'm not trying to say follow me, but this is possible, whatever this is, you know? And I'd rather for all my whānau, so as you say, hip by hip, as opposed to me going this way and you doing a completely different direction. So it's more, I can love you, but I can't save you. You got to be able to do it for yourself. And I say, I mean this for mum. I mean this for all my family, you know?
I'll say something in regards to that. I think no matter what journey me and you will go on, we will, you know, we want to be somewhere. We want to get somewhere in life, no matter what it is. I know at the end of it, I feel like we'll be in somewhat together.
Yeah.
You know? Not somewhat, and always be together.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah.
And it could be, and look at us now, we're starting a podcast.
Yeah.
We're whatever. I feel like we could be on two completely different journeys, but no matter what, we'll always make it work.
For sure.
Like, you're the one relationship I would never, ever let, and mum would never let get hindered. Or like, there could be rocky parts of it. We could be separated, but I would never let it happen.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, it's just the fact of the matter.
100%.
Like, I'll never let, you know what I mean?
Well, I just couldn't imagine my life any different anyway. And I think you got to look at it like we're very, very privileged to be like that. Like, as we're talking about, since we haven't had a father figure, we've created a bond with our mum and with each other. There's a cost to everything. And that's just been that cost if you look at it like that.
All day.
So now we got that. And but some people don't have that. You know? So you gotta really appreciate again what you got. Use what you got.
All day.
And that's just what we're doing here. And what we're doing, spreading it out there.
Everywhere else. Do you carry, I think everyone carries pain in a way, or trauma, or whatever their past experiences in life. Do you carry pain? And how does your pain fuel you? How does it
pain?
fuel you?
Pain's an interesting one, because as I've gotten older, I've realized that pain is inevitable. Like, you're gonna experience pain at some point in your life. You know, you're gonna lose people. You know, we lost our old man, and he's not dead, but we just haven't had him, and that caused a lot of pain in my childhood. But you know, you're gonna get your heart broken from certain people. You're gonna fail. You're gonna make mistakes, and all of that. You're gonna contribute. You're gonna feel pain from those things. So, but what I've learned, bro, is it's not about the pain. It's what you do with that pain as well. You know what I mean? And this is only really the waka that I'm slowly jumping on now. It's what you do with that pain that matters. And so,
yeah, I'm loving this, G.
Yeah, brother. Oh, me too. It's like turning pain into magic. And that's exactly what I think we're doing with this. Even in this kōrero, bro. There's a hero and the villain kōrero, you know. Heroes use pain, villains are used by it. Alex Hormozy, my bro. And I think that's so true, bro. It's It's using the pain to do good. And like acknowledging your pain, bro, because people feel pain and I still do this. They numb it. They avoid it. They act like it's not there. They will go to alcohol. They'll go to Marwan's food, bro. When I'm feeling sad, when I'm feeling a sort of an emotional pain, I just eat. That's me just being honest. Like
everyone's got their fix, eh?
Everyone's got their fix, bro. But yeah, what are you gonna do with their pain? And so you can all like this. There's many things of what you can do with their pain. But yeah, turning it into magic, it's called alchemy. Turning it into alchemy.
I think pain, I can speak for me personally here, I have gotten better over the years to mask it. I know it's there, but to not let that ugly side come out, you know?
Yeah.
To not let that side that I know, because I know it's all just built up trauma in me. That gets expressed in all these other ways that I don't know, that I know it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
But it comes out in ways, I think I'm getting better at it, is just to not let it out, not let that ugly side out, you know?
So do you think you keep your pain internally?
I know it's there, but I'm trying to say I'm not letting that ugly side, that pain. I know there's a side to me there's from childhood. I don't know what it stems from. It's a side that comes out that I don't like. And I'd say the most it comes out is when I'm drinking.
Yeah.
It's that side that I don't like. So I'm getting so much better at masking it, you know?
Bro, I had the same, we've spoken about this, but I know exactly the inner, I guess you could call it an inner demon.
And a demon, all day.
An enemy that comes out, particularly in alcohol. And I think maybe that is a contributor to the pain that we had as younger.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
Like, it definitely is. And it comes out like, it shows, I'd say at most when I'm drinking.
Yeah.
As you say, your fix is food. I'd say my fix is drinking, and I go out and splurge out and...
Mine used to be alcohol though.
And I show that side to me that's just disgusting, you know? And that's what I mean. I'm slowly getting better at it.
Yeah. I guess the biggest, if I had one message that I'd love for anyone listening, but particularly younger men, bro, it'd be like, that pain is inevitable, that you're going to feel pain, but like that you're not alone in those feelings that you have. You know what I mean? Like, I used to always think I was the only one, bro, that would feel these feelings, and
everyone.
Then I'd then I'd revert back to the cruises and
long whites.
End up, doing this and doing that and
just doing dumb shit, eh?
Yeah, bro. But then I realized that there were so many other younger men that also didn't have their dads or had other issues in their life, and they were also feeling their inner pain and reverting to things to try and numb or mask or avoid their pain as well. But you're not alone.
All day.
You're not alone, and I'm very grateful that I get to, have conversations with my brother about my pain that I feel even ongoing, or the bad things that happen in my everyday life that some people don't have. But, bro, there are people out there. You got friends, you got whānau. Slide into the Martin Show DMs.
And honestly, once you have that conversation, like, you could just be having a bad day and you have a conversation with someone. It could be a female, it could be a male. You feel so much better once you have that conversation.
Bro,
like it could be a random. It could be someone at work. You have a conversation. You're having a bad day. Or you're going through a bad time. You and your missus are fighting. You have a conversation with someone. They give their point of view or their aspect, and it makes you feel better.
Yeah. I actually really agree, bro.
Like, having the hard conversation, like we say, is always better.
Having the difficult conversation, and it's something that I'm still like there are times where I really want to have this conversation with an individual, and I'm
even with each other,
and I'm
recently
like, breathing, you're like, oh, I really want to bring this up with him. Or, even with mum, I really want to bring this up, but I know this is could go into an argument, and then you end up avoiding it, and then but then no decision gets made.
No, yeah.
Definitely. Like, bro, we had a pretty difficult conversation. I would say it was a difficult conversation to me to bring up, like 3 days ago in the car. Like, what's been going on?
And then I just had a complete like, nah, stuff you reaction.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't want to talk to you.
But then the next day, like,
We're back on. Yeah.
sharper.
But
You
it's
know?
a conversation that needed to be had.
It does.
Because I know what's right from wrong, and I knew, you know.
Yeah.
But in the moment, I was like, you're driving. I'm like, gee, I don't want to talk to you. We just finished a hard training. I don't want to talk to you. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Yeah. Do you think, Uncle Pa, going back to your pain corridor, do you think there's been stages in your life where you've felt like you've needed a dad? Like, you've had me to help and guide and all that sort of stuff, but do you feel like there's been particular stages in your life where you've really felt like, I really wish I had my dad?
Definitely, like, in the places where I feel like lost and vulnerable at times, I'd say more in the recent years.
Mm.
Definitely more in the recent years, maybe from like 19 to 21. I felt like I had, but also not massively. Like, it's not, I don't want to harp on about it too much on what I want to do in that aspect. But when I'm lost and stuff, I do feel like because even me and you could be in a bad way, you know? So it's like, oh, who else am I going to lean to and talk to and stuff like that? But not massively. I think, I don't want to talk about that too in depth, but
yeah,
the time will come and whatever, you know?
Nah, bro, I'm pretty similar. Like, when I was younger, there were certain moments where I really felt like I needed, even if it was just a father figure. And as you say, I like, you've had me, I didn't really have someone to go to, you know, like a one person to go to.
That's what
I know exactly what you mean, bro. And I don't really know, like, I don't have the answer to give you in regards to how, or I've actually taken away little things from certain individuals, like our Uncle Alan. I've known heaps from Uncle Alan, and seeing that, man, like, even talking about him now gets me really emotional because that man's showing me a lot.
Bro, I have so much admiration for that fella, man.
Yeah, but like our boxing coaches, like Vin, Jeff, I've learned heaps, bro, from
all day.
My pops, all our uncles, my Uncle Mooks.
And I think that's why we respect them on another level.
For sure.
You know, like, because
Uncle Alex.
Like, it's not to say we don't have male figures in our life.
You know, if I haven't named you in there, man, I've had heaps. I've had heaps of male figures that I'm so grateful for.
I'd say right now, the main male figure in my life would probably be Jeff, Uncle Al.
Yeah.
You know, our boxing coach, Vinny.
Again, though, there's certain individuals, like I was mentioning it in, I think it was episode 4, where I said there's also things that I look at from not just these individuals, but males in general. And I'm like, it's not like, what do I want to be like? But it's also seeing certain bad traits that individuals may have. And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't want to carry that trait as well. Or, you know, so it's both ways. It's both ways.
Last topic, we'll talk about competition with each other. Could be with each other or
what are your thoughts on competition?
I think competition, to answer it, I would say competition is a healthy thing, whether it be with each other. I feel like you compete daily with other people, and I don't think that's a healthy thing. Like, you should, I personally think you should compete with yourself. Like, I try and compete with myself every day, you know? I'll be honest, I'm not really too worried about, like, I don't look at other males and I'm like, I want to be like them. I'm trying to better myself, you know? It's like you go into the boxing gym. It's a very, like, masculine environment.
Yeah.
You know, that'd probably be the only time where I'm like, let's go. Let's see who's tougher.
Yeah. Bro,
tougher. You know what I mean?
Bro, I know exactly what you mean.
After it, that's all dropped. For me personally, I don't walk into a gym and I'm like, I'm the man, I want to smash someone today. I walk in, I use my hands and my feet and my body to work and show them through that.
Yeah.
But after it, it's all dropped, you know?
For sure.
But ultimately, I try and compete with myself.
Bro, I think that's beautiful. I think that what you just said is actually like very, very healthy thing. Yeah. And I think I'm a very similar. I try not to compete with other people. I think competition in itself is a very healthy thing, like competition in general. Another question, do you think that we compete with each other? We
compete with each other every day.
Yeah, you and I, Zak and Jake?
I compete with you a lot. Or like, it's more like, it's more like a race, not a race, but like you're, you know, like you're coming, you're winning, and I'm like, I need to get there, but then you go up again. And it's like, gee, I need to get there. You know, it's just like constant, like you're doing something else. And I'm like, oh, frick, I need to keep going.
Again, though, I think our competition is very, very healthy.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like for, I don't know how you feel.
100% healthy. It's not.
Yeah, mine's not like, I wanna be better than my brother. As I mentioned.
No way.
It's hip by hip sort of thing.
All day.
I'm here. And then, bro, you know what I've noticed? Is like when you're down or you're in your own rut, or which is absolutely fine. But like, I know for me, it's like it sort of drops me as well. I know twins, like we're not twins, but I know twins feel like that. They can feel what their sibling feels like. I don't know if you've heard of that. There must be some studies out there about twins and how they can feel each other's emotions. But I feel like we're pretty similar in that regard. Like when you're feeling down and I know you're down, I know it drops me a little bit. But then when you're up, or even when you're above, I'm like, ooh, okay, nah, Zach.
We're both firing,
Yeah, exactly.
We're both firing, yo.
When we're thriving, I feel like we're very, very sharp, bro. And like all facets, I mean, like it's very like, if you're talking about competition, very, very hard to stop the Martin boys when they're both elevating consistently. So I feel like we just got to try and get into that place. That's where
on a consistent basis.
But what about for the world, competition in the world? Do you feel like, or for men, do you think like it's a competitive world out there?
It's hyper competitive world.
We mentioned it with Zaya, the idea of competition being a very competitive place, very, very in all realms. Like you think about it, like job, career. You think about wahine, like our trip in Europe.
Status,
status.
Yeah, it's a massive one. It's a hype, bro. The world's a hyper competitive place. I'm just talking in a male aspect. Yeah. If I'm looking at the world and I'm competing with someone, it's males. You know, I'm like, how can I be there? What do I have to do to be there? Yeah. You know, because you look at someone doing good things, it actually motivates me, G. I don't hate on it at all. Well, and the people around me, if they're doing good things, I'm like, all day. Like, I respect that all day, you know, like.
Well, you look at even like, you mentioned Mike and Riz before, the Esky boys, they'll be on eventually. Like, I look at them and their content and the way that they live, and it's very, like, it's motivating, you know? To other males, particularly to other brothers, you're like,
gee, I was telling them the exact same thing. Like, they've got they're two young brothers. Yeah. Just doing it.
For sure.
So it's like, it's hard not to respect that. And then you look at them and you be with them, you get to know them.
Yeah, bro.
They're cool fellas, you know, like,
but actually, I want to bring someone up and it's taken 6 episodes for this man to be brought up, and it's Andrew Tate. We even brought him up.
I don't expect that.
I know. I knew it was going to throw you off a bit, but and all the wahine are probably listening and be like, oh, get off, I'm going to exit now. Yeah. I'm not saying that Jake and I are big like, what's Andrew Tate's nickname?
Cobra.
Is it Cobra? Oh, they call it Cobra. Well, anyway, they
Emery.
That proves my answer that we're not massive Andrew Tate supporters or fans or whatever, but one thing that I do sort of agree with, or I love his kōrero in, is the strive for masculine excellency. Like the strive for men to aim to be excellent. I love that, bro. Like, I completely agree. I think all males, particularly all our younger males as well, like to wake up and go and get it.
Go and get it.
You know, he talks a lot about it, going to the gym, and you know, we love that. But it doesn't have to be that. But like finding what works for you and being the best version, as you say, competing with yourself first. I feel like it's so. It makes me, you know, it invigorates me, bro. I want to, like, you know.
Well, he says a lot of truth. He says, wake up, go to the gym, train hard, do the hardest thing in the day first. Yeah. Which is true. You don't want to go to the gym. He says, wake up, go and get it. Yeah. Like, so he's basically go and get it. Which is the truth, bro.
It is, bro.
And it's like, I think everyone can take something from there. Yeah. I don't agree with everything he says,
definitely not.
But he says a lot of truth, and it's the truth. He puts it bluntly, which is like...
Yeah, bro. He's very stern, and again, He knows what he believes in and he stays in his truth. And I love that about him. I'll give him that. But
100%.
striving for male excellency, I love that, bro.
Shout out to all the boys out there, all the men doing it tough, doing it good. We all go through stuff.
Yeah.
We all go through stuff, myself and Zach included. But yeah, there's people around you to help you. Could be wahine, could be males, you know?
Yeah.
So keep getting up, going to get it done. And yeah, you'll come out the other side all day.
You're not alone.
Definitely not alone.
You're not alone. Think
Me and
actions.
Hagaraya are here always.
Yeah, all day.
To spread our waha.
But hey, spread the waha. We're hoping we make you feel some type of way.
Yo.
But hey, actions first, man.
Deep
Go on,
kōrero
dude.
today, but it was beautiful. Like it's
Deep kōrero.
bro, we're sharing our freaking life right now.
You made me burst into some tears today, my bro.
But it's beautiful. I hope you guys can all get something from this as well. It's
For
like
sure.
it's all good to
Please comment what you guys would love to hear more of. We know episode 4 was more of a humorous, had a few laughs. Today was some tears. Bit of a deeper kōrero.
truth today.
Yeah,
Truth
bit of
today.
truth for sure. But yeah, subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Spotify. Start commenting, get involved. Let us know the topics. Let us know some guests.
Guess they use one on.
That's very what do. Yeah, I had to tune them in. We haven't tuned them in today. But and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, _The Martin Show, and just admire what my bro gave us today.
Shout out my bro Tai Tai.
This is a work in progress, team. We all know it, but hey,
Now we hope you enjoyed. Much love. Martin Show out.
Martin Show out, baby.
Let's go.